We're about 30 minutes away from the president's Oval Office address to the nation. And this was scheduled very recently, we're told. What could be the calculation? The big man, the New York Times best-selling author of Confronting Evil, Mr. Bill O'Reilly, joins me right now. Good to see you, sir. And early Merry Christmas, though I'll talk to you on Christmas. What do you think the calculus is tonight?
Well, Dusty asked me very nicely to try to get a copy of the speech beforehand. I was not able to do that, but I was debriefed by somebody who had the copy, all right? And it's a campaign speech. That's what it'll be. And it'll go down the challenges that President Trump believes he had when he walked into the Oval Office last January, and the successes over the past 11 months. And that's it. There's no bold, innovative policy stuff being put forth. And I understand what the president's intent is here. So the reason he's having this press conference is he's leaving for Palm Beach on Friday for 2 weeks. Poll numbers are going down, and the press is jumping on that. And the president believes that he himself has the only force to counter the negative press. So, for example, tonight on CNN, NewsNation viewers will get a chuckle out of this. They're talking about how the Republican Party is falling apart because of warfare within, revolt within. At the same exact time, every single House Republican except one votes not to extend the Obamacare for 3 years, the Obamacare payments, subsidies. Every one of them. I mean, so you're looking there and you're going, somebody tell CNN it's not, what they're reporting is not true. So let's go beyond tonight. What I just told you is going to happen. It's going to be a campaign speech, and it's meant to reinforce his base, to shore up the base, all right, which is getting a little antsy, because the base has to pay the high costs of insurance too, and some of the food stuff. So, although a lot of the food's coming down. So anyway, if I were the speechwriter, I would have tried to convince the president to expand the speech a little bit to get independents who are bailing big. That's why his poll numbers are going down. And the MAGA people are still there, still with him. But the independent voters are starting to lose hope. And that's where he's got to go, to reassure them. Whereas I think the speech is mostly going to try to be reassuring the base.
What do you think of this rationale? Look, I mean, you and I have talked about this before. I don't think the people around him are serving him well as messengers. He is right that nobody conveys his message the way he does. And he takes those opportunities, and it makes sense for him to use the bully pulpit. This is not his problem. It is because he's the president, but his party did this with the ACA. They've been against it since its inception, even though it's all from the Heritage Foundation. And they've never tried to do anything about it except oppose it. What if he were to pivot and say, look, this is terrible. My people need the subsidies, a lot of my voters. The costs are way too high. Stop taking their money on the right and the left from this these healthcare lobbies, and bring me something. You guys say that I do too much, and you guys are supposed to do it? Great. Bring me something on costs. Bring me something on it right now. This problem is terrible. Why doesn't he own the solution and distance himself from the problem? Because nobody blames him for the ACA.
No, but he already did that, and it was underreported. He already said, look, I prefer that they extend the Obamacare subsidies for a year, maybe two. So he's on record as saying that he would support that. He's
I know, but he needs to say it again.
Because
he is the master of saying things many times, right?
He needs to say it 80 times so that the American people are reassured that they're not going to get further hosed. But what the real problem is nobody on Capitol Hill, neither party, knows how to deal with the powerful insurance companies, which are gouging the American public. And not just health insurance, but car insurance, house insurance, every insurance. They're gouging. The only way to stop that is to redesign how insurance is sold in this country. And the insurance companies don't want that at all. They'd rather pay Pat Mahomes $10 million to do State Farm commercials than do a reasonable recalibration of how much they're charging Farmer Jones right down the street.
Yeah, I know, but you know who doesn't have to worry about that?
His land.
You know who doesn't have to worry about that, Mr. O'Reilly? A super rich guy who's not running for re-election and doesn't really love either of the political parties.
That's not fair.
Not fair.
Look,
I'm saying it's
Trump,
the president's advantage.
No, he
can take these guys on.
He's interested in this. In his first term, he renegotiated drug prices down fairly significantly by threatening the big pharma.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.